Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for December 7th through the 13th, 2015. So let us just take a deep breath and just release anything that is on your mind. And as you look inside of your heart, just allow yourself to feel feel safe within your inner being, your inner light. And as you see that light just glowing, allow it to expand, to embrace you in its wings of pure light and truth and clarity. And let this light act as a shield around you, protecting you and guarding you and drawing towards you your angels' embrace. And so the angels greet you with salutations from the divine, indicating that they are with you, that they hear your prayers for change in your finances, and that God and the angels are hearing your prayers and are with you in your meditations, offering you continuously any guidance that will help you to be able to transition more smoothly through the changes that you're asking for. And they keep repeating the word safe over and over again. So they want you to really have faith and not to worry. It seems as though you're putting too much of your attention on what's happening outside of you. And they want you to look within and, to pay attention to how you're being guided and what information is coming to you from God and the angels as a response to your needs and to your soul. They're indicating that each and every one of you has a particular sort of taste or palate for life in various ways. And they want you to not feel as though you're racing against the clock, but they would rather have you to allow yourself to become in sync with your own pace, with your own internal rhythm, so that you can increase the abundance through your receptivity, through your allowing. You will increase how fast, so they're writing the word faster, that basically it will come to you faster if you allow your own inner rhythm to respond to that and be very present with the stages. And these are the things that they're writing out for me. So they write the word history, and so they want you to notice in your own patterns of your history, when things, especially, don't let certain patterns are showing me across indicating suffering. Don't allow patterns of behavior where you think negatively or where you you work against yourself. Maybe you sabotage yourself by putting too much pressure on yourself, or or sometimes you are too critical, and you just kind of crush your dreams. And it's a tactic they're indicating for that helps you to not be on your purpose. So they want you to really avoid this and be more aware, having a greater awareness. They're also indicating that you really may want to look at the kind of foods that you're eating. And Doreen Virtue has a book called Constant Cravings, and it may be helpful because it tells you why you crave certain foods. And what I'm getting from them is that you may want to look at your diet and use this book as a reference where you can see what it is that you're eating and how you feel each day, gauging whether this is playing some role in your behavior. Because you want to think of food as like a chemistry lab, and you need to find the right foods that fit the mood, the intention, or the vibration that you wish to have, rather than just eating whatever you more from a compulsion, which is not necessarily in alignment with your source, but probably in alignment with your fears. So that they're indicating pastries. They want you to look at pastries first and see what is the type of pastries you're eating. What is the craving what is the emotion that you're trying to soothe, or you're trying to the emotion that's coming up is something that you're avoiding, and it's like the food is like an escape, like an addiction, and so they want you to look at what that means, and then think about the opposite of what you need, in terms of the food. So if this food is, you're eating this because you feel, let's just say, be general right here for a moment, you feel depressed or whatever. So then you want to feel more energetic. That's just random opposite. And look for foods that are going to give you energy. Look up foods on the internet or something, and research foods that are good for energy or whatever it is that you need. So they just really want you to pay attention to your diet, as it does. What we put in our bodies is changing, and with how we feel, and it's different parts of the palate just triggers different kinds of emotional responses. So be a little bit more proactive about that. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm just trying to see if there's more here. I feel like I'm sitting in a car and traveling. So they're indicating that this is going to create a huge shift for you. It's going to broaden your perspective and help you to, maybe for some of you who have anxieties, they're giving me a sense of some of you have anxieties, and you don't always feel safe or secure in yourself or some of the things that you're doing. And they wrote the word hormones, so that, again, this is why they're just really indicating taking a look at your diet very carefully. Okay, it'll give you, they're writing, a leg up. Okay, so some things that you may be trying to work on, and you may be trying to work on it from the psychological component, and you may find it difficult to override it, and it just may also be something chemical, a chemical imbalance that could be caused by your diet, and whether you're exercising or not. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. Well, actually, the card for the theme of the week, the Archangel Oracle card. All right, so we have Archangel Raziel, and the card says, take back your power. It says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. So in this, it feels like that Archangel Raziel is encouraging you to be proactive and look at things more carefully instead of just doing what you've done as a way of reclaiming your power. Okay, and he's writing the word day and lab. So each day, all right, is like when you get up is like stepping into a lab in which you can look at everything what you're eating, uh, who you're interacting with, or what kind of activities that you engage yourself in. And he's indicating that he wants you to have more faith in yourself, and to work with people and put yourself in situations that are like-minded, that share your aspirations and your goals, to really surround yourself with people who value who you are, and so that you don't feel like you're having to struggle. He's showing me that you're just moving very fast, and you're going through a whole sort of so I get a sense of word a makeover in your life, and he's just saying is like some of you is almost a sense that it's something very I get this feeling like it's almost like you know something just a clear cut breakthrough or a change for some of you. And so it's very important that you follow your guidance, even if it doesn't make quite a lot of sense to you, and even if it seems like things may be moving very fast. And he's saying that they are, and so he's indicating that that you're very wise, as he writes the word sage, and that you can trust your guidance. That what's coming through for you right now is ancient knowledge and wisdom that your soul has accumulated over many lifetimes, and your soul is now activating all of these gifts, and your strengths are coming through. So you can trust them, okay? And don't delay on what you are receiving. All right, let me just let's look at the cards for the beginning of the week. All right, so this card makes a lot of sense to what we were talking about earlier. The High Priestess here. So when I see this card, this goes right in line with Archangel Raziel, whose name means the secrets of God. And so really in this week, the High Priestess usually is someone who usually her book is closed and she protects the secrets. But now in this card and some of other decks by Doreen and Radley Valentine, Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, the priestess book is open, and so the information is there. It's available to you, and it's easily accessible. What you have to do is you have to make time to consult with your own inner priestess and tap into that knowledge. Don't override it. When you feel it calling you, drawing you in to listen, do so. Take the time to listen. So before making decisions, or looking at things with the kind of judgment, look within and look to see the truth from within. It'll help you with the clarity that you need. And they're showing me that there are some romantic relationships. I'm seeing hearts. And what they want you to do is to pay attention to your heart monitor, and which is your guidance from source about the relationship, and trust it. Have faith in your heart and what you feel. Okay, so you may have the tendency to start, wondering and doubting about whether or not this person is the right one. And this could be, I'm seeing heart, so I'm definitely going to stay with the romance. But it could also be a friendship. It could be someone socially that you know. It could be a business partner. And, it could mean as well that these are relationships of the heart, of the soul, that there's a great connection. And so trust your inner guidance and your intuition on this. Don't start cross-examining with your thoughts and letting the ego interfere. Okay. They're saying forget the past. Okay, forget how things worked in the past. They're literally writing the word forget here. So forget how things worked out in the past, and be open to what's happening for you now. Let me just tune in and see if I see any additional messages. And they're writing the word one, like they wrote of one. So the sense that I feel is that you and this person are going to be going in the same direction. This person is showing me angel wings, so this person could be like an angel to you. Well, could be like someone who feels like a guardian angel, who's very supportive, who's kind and compassionate, who is willing to help, and they're very helpful, and they love to help, and they have a great deal of faith and trust in God, and that they are very spiritually minded, okay, and wise in their choices in life. Okay, the card says trust in your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So for the rest of you, just meditate, and think about your decisions, and consult your heart. See where your heart is guiding you. Where does it just sort of open up? When in particular to one direction that you may be considering. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And we had this card last week and in the same position. So this card says happy news. So this is usually the page. This is the princess. So and it says happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So something is starting to open up for you, all right, and it feels like you're wanting to make some changes. You may be considering schooling or some extra training in order for this to happen. Maybe this promotion requires some additional skills. And one thing I'm sensing is that some of you may be worried about the money for this training, and what I feel them telling me is that you're going to they will pay for the training, so don't worry about that, and to not be too worried about things that you may lack. What they really want you to do is to keep focusing on whether or not this is what is right for you. And I feel like because she's kind of looking over at the high priestess in a very, almost as though they're interacting. And she's looking back at her for that advice. And I feel like what you need to do is that don't let somebody like throw you off, or let the situation or circumstances surrounding it throw you off. Focus on what you want. Focus on what your heart is telling you. Look at the signs. Okay? See what information or signs that is being offered to you from your angels. So you don't need to worry about things that are going on around the situation, because they're making the information plain for you to see. Is what I get a sense about this card here. They're making things plain enough for you to see. So all you got to do is trust, and I feel like there's going to be some stages or process that you have to go through, and whatever it is. But the thing is to trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition to go within to get the best ways to kind of go through the process, or the right decisions for you to make at each stage of the process for yourself. Okay, you'll know what to do, but you gotta have faith and you've gotta trust. And this is the time to really put yourself out there, to really use your power. Okay, I get a sense that Archangel Raziel is saying, don't give away, don't give yourself over to your fears, which literally comes in and just sucks out your power and your confidence and your drive and motivation. So really stick with your inner guidance. Don't listen to anything that may frighten you about the process. Just keep paying attention. Go back within and see, how do you feel about what you're doing. Okay? All right. Let's take a look. Let me just take a look, see what else comes up about this card. Yeah, so what they're trying to tell me is that there's always, so how this works is you get, it's in layers. It's like information within information. So as you go along, the sense I'm getting is that as you begin it, then you get the information, because there's more information as you go further and further into something. So it's like it just unfolds. So you just have to begin. You just have to be daring and take that opportunity. Okay, focus on the opportunity, that will be an opportunity for you. All right, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. And the Eight of Summer, we've had this card come up quite often too, which is usually the Eight of Cups. Did we have this card? I'm not quite sure. No, we didn't have it last week, but it was recent. So this is about moving on, okay? And a strong feeling that it's time to move in a different direction. And you're listening to your feelings. Your feelings are kind of pushing you to make some changes. And you've already started to make some changes, but now you're going to start to get more details. All right, some new, just feeling like with this card too, new information, new things are going to pop up to help you, to guide you towards your desire and your goal. So this week is about really listening to your heart as a way of claiming your power, and not being afraid to begin to make some new steps, to begin to study with that, get credentials, or to pursue a new job idea, or to pursue a new approach to a project. Making like this card says, things well thought out plans that go perfectly. So just trust in this week and know that this is all about you being guided. All right, let me just tune into this card and see what the message is for this Eight of Summer. There's a sense that you're going to come away at the end of the week with something. You're going to be able to take something very powerful away some kind of guidance or information or some kind of clarity that's going to allow you to you're going to come out of this week walking away feeling really clear and sure of yourself and having a real sense of what the change that you need to make and what that is. And you're going to, they're saying you're going to get very far, even in spite of little criticisms may come up where you may at sometimes get a little disconnected, and they don't want you to worry about that from your source. Just know that everything's going to work out, and that may start to really pick up speed. Okay, they wrote the word fast. All right, let's take a look at the card I already pulled from underneath the bottom of the deck. Okay, and so this is the Magician card. And this is really saying, this card says you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. So this card is indicating that keeping, like, one meaning keeping positive thoughts. We have two, faith and abundance, 8 here. So as you keep your thoughts positive and you believe in yourself, the outcome, will be successful and abundant. And that this card is a go for it, card, and trusting that you have all the resources at your disposal. You have everything that you need within you. You have a command of the tools, okay? You have a great command of your tools, and you can manifest and create anything that you want. So don't hold back at this time. Really go for the goal, and really allow yourself to express your highest potential and creativity that is available to you. Okay, so just be focused and positive, and pay attention to the thoughts that come to you, okay, as guidance. So this is about noticing your thoughts, number one, as well. But the angels always reminding you with angel number one to keep your thoughts positive and focused, crystal clear on what your goals are. All right, so let me just tune in and see if there's any additional information about this card. And they're just writing the word can. And they're saying that you can do it, and that you're supported and through these changes, and that you have ascended masters who are helping you and working with you as well. So pay attention to brilliant ideas that come through that will be a game changer in your finances. And they're saying yes, and they want you to know that you're on the right path, and they're bringing up the food again. So pay attention, look into this for yourself, okay? All right, so we send you lots of love and angel blessings for this week, and looking at all the ways that you can claim your power again. And we thank you for joining us, and for all your comments that you have written here on YouTube, and for all the new subscribers. And for those of you who haven't yet maybe found us on Facebook for the daily card messages, you can find a link in the description below for that page, the Facebook page, as well as my web page if you're looking for an angel reading for yourself or for a family member. You can contact me at theangelschool.com and /services page, and I look forward to working with you and reading your comments this week. And it's always a pleasure to hear how this is helping you in your life. And so God bless you all in this week. And until next time, I'll see you next weekend. Okay? Bye-bye.